Alright, it's that time of year. Time for the Not E3 impression show with a little bit of new console launch, because shit, that happened this week too. But with me this week, I have Terrence.
What up?
And I got Jay.
Buongiorno.
Anthony's at a friend's house, but not us. We're not his friends.
Nope.
He's at a different friend's house.
He ain't even come to my barbecue last night, man.
That's fucked up.
Oh, damn,
Right?
that's messed up.
Not like Wombat wouldn't have loaned him the jet.
Right? You know, he's over. You know, he's not here because he's dragon hunting this weekend over Australia. So we'll probably see him hopefully next week. I think he'll make it. You know, he does this every so often, just trying to control the dragon population. It's important.
I mean, you got to kill the dragon 8.0. I mean,
got to. Got to.
Oh. Anyway, so yeah, this is we're going to sprinkle in something a little different. We're going to go through the shows. Like, this week has been crazy news-wise because it is.
Oh my god.
I miss E3 week. Like, it feels chaotic at best. Like, nobody's on the same page, it feels like. But we are going to talk about, there was a console that launched this week, which two of us on the show have, and mine came with a Coca-Cola and a box of Pringles.
I ordered from Walmart too, Ken. I did not get that shit. This is
You didn't get the
discrimination.
Pringles and the Coke?
That's messed up.
Dude.
I didn't get it. No. I told you, this is all about the delivery from the store versus delivery directly from their warehouse. I got it directly from their warehouse. I got it a day later than you. And I didn't get the freebies either. So,
dude, that shit was on my
Yes,
porch at 6:45 in the morning.
damn, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was on my porch before I woke up. And I picked up the bag, and I was like, why does it feel like there's a 20 ounce in here? Like, I didn't order any groceries. Sure enough, open it up. It's got fucking... The Switch is in one of those, like, cloth Walmart bags, and then to the side of it is a Coca-Cola and a tin of Pringles.
Which flavors for both did you get?
It's just regular Coke and the classic Pringles. I saw some people got like sour cream and onion, but I just got the classic Pringles.
Yeah, some people got like cherry Coke and stuff like that. Seems like a dealer's choice, I guess.
It's been nice that they sent me a Coke Zero because I can't drink regular Coke.
Well, just dilute it with water, Ken. It'll be fine, right?
The most expensive Coke I can't drink.
Yeah.
$500 Coca-Cola. And I did get a... It's funny. I bought a system and a Pro Controller. I bought no games.
Well,
So
that's the
you gonna
beauty
tell
of
us
backwards
about the
compatibility.
UI?
Well,
Right.
I did pick up, what's that Fast Fusion game, and like, Nintendo keeps saying they're going to send me their launch games, which include 2. So I'm not going to spend $80 if I'm going to get a code. Like, I can wait a few days to play Mario Kart. I know it's probably awesome, but I can wait a few days to play it. Because $80 is a lot of money.
Yeah, that is a lot of money.
So I do not have Mario Kart. Do you have Mario Kart? Did you get Mario Kart?
Yeah, I got the $500 bundle with the Mario Kart built in.
Gotcha. Is it good? I take it it's good.
Yeah, I mean, there really isn't much to say. This is what I expect the next generation of Mario Kart to feel and look like, you know, in terms of the play. And it made a very good first impression. Like, a lot of the little things, little nuances with the animation, the visual, the colorfulness, and the rock solid like performance. Everything just feels really good. And I would say I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say like, oh, it's so worth $80, you guys, ha ha. No, I don't know. I only played maybe about 3-4 hours of it so far. But in terms of the other Mario Kart games I played, and just the core fundamental aspects of it, seems very solid. And I expect to go back to play more of it later.
Yeah, I played that Fast Fusion game, which is very good. But like, just playing the Switch, it's like, it is exactly what the name says. It's a new Switch. It's a more powerful Switch. Like, I no longer feel like my games are struggling to do things. Like, seeing Age of Calamity run at 60 frames a second is crazy.
Was that game locked at 30? Are you sure it's unlocked?
It was uncapped.
It was uncapped. Oh,
yeah, so it looked
idea.
looked like shit when you played it on the old Switch. I mean, it's still, the resolution is terrible. Like, it looks really muddy.
Do you have Bayonetta 3 as well, Ken?
Yep, it also runs at a lock 60 now.
Okay, okay. That's the game that I wanted to pick up because I love Bayo, but I didn't want to play on Switch 1.
Yep.
And just as kind of like what you were saying about the Switch 2 console, like it is just the next evolution of the Switch, and in that way, it makes total logical sense in terms of the business sense. I mean, Switch 1, this a massive success, is going to go down as one of the best selling, if not the best selling console of all time. But at the same time, I kind of mourn the innovation that Nintendo was synonymous with. So when you were talking about like Nintendo to Super Nintendo to N64, N64 to GameCube, and on and on and on, each system was kind of uniquely its own thing in some ways or another. Like the way they tried to approach certain aspects of the console, more so than just pure horsepower, it tried to add additional features to allow for new types of gameplay. And the only meaningful addition that Switch 2 actually adds, it's fucking mouse control. That's
Which I
the
haven't
most
even
innovative
used.
thing that they can show. Yeah, and that's been around since the PC gaming has existed since the dawn of time. So I don't see it as an innovation, and it's nice to some degree that it's just a more powerful Switch. But I still, I still feel like something in Nintendo has left, kind of drifted away from what it used to be about. What they stood for as a company, and now they're kind of in the same exact camp as Xbox, PlayStation, and now Nintendo. I feel like they're kind of on the same playing field in a lot of ways. I think Nintendo obviously is always going to have the strongest first party stuff and the exclusives because of the way they lock things down. But in terms of just the novelty of the hardware, I think Nintendo with the launch of the Switch 2 has kind of lost that essence, kind of one thing that set them apart from everyone else. How do you feel about something like that?
I mean, it speaks volumes when the stuff that I played the most of with my Switch 2 has been Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, and Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah.
Like, those are the games I'm playing the most. And it's truly only because I don't have Mario Kart. But, like, I will be the first person to confirm that Chex Quest now runs at 60 frames a second.
the burning question on everyone's mind.
Yes, I am
that.
the new digital foundry for Chex Quest.
The game that I've been playing the most is not even Mario Kart. Is Bravely Default HD Remaster, a game that I've already played on 3DS like 10 years ago. So there is definitely a lack of launch games that are compelling, I think.
I just
That's
hope
one flaw.
Donkey Kong is good, because, like, it looks cool, but I need to know if, like, because they still ain't said when Metroid's coming out.
It's 2025, right?
Yeah, but they ain't said when. Like, I
Probably
need a
holiday or
date.
something.
Don't put it in October. Fucking October is jam packed with video games.
I feel like September and October are basically all spoken for.
Yeah,
In
let's
terms of
move
sheer
Metroid
amount
to
of releases.
November. Metroid in November. That's where it should be.
I'm down. And you have to remember that the Switch 2 is, literally just came out. So we
It's
have to
3
give
days
them,
old.
yeah, we have to give them at least one direct worth, to show us all the new exciting things that are coming out for it and really justify the cost. But at the same time, if I wasn't such an irresponsible person and, kind of want the new thing right away. And, it just kind of comes down to the backwards compatibility of the system, right? If the system was not backwards compatibility, there is a very good likelihood I'd not have bought the Switch 2. It's just kind of replaced the Switch 1 from where it used to be. So a lot of the people that are holding off from buying the system, A, because it might be, too expensive for what it is, and B, it just doesn't have the compelling lineup of like exclusive games that specifically need a Switch 2. I think that's probably a wiser move than what me and Ken did. Like in terms of what, we're not really doing anything
Everybody
new.
else did it too. I don't know if you saw the numbers, but the Switch 2 is now officially the best-selling console at launch of all time. And
I've not seen the numbers.
I think
number?
there's a reason for it. They had them.
They have us buy the balls, you mean?
No, they have them. You can go
you
buy
mean they
one.
have the games. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like, when other consoles come out, they sell out because the manufacturing is low. The Switch 2 is very highly manufactured, and you can literally walk into Walmart right now and just buy one. So,
which is a breath of fresh air compared to all the technological things that I've had to deal with this year with GPUs and stuff. But I mean, Terrence brought up a good point earlier in our conversation where he said, did they make did they make a lot and then people are able to walk in and buy, or did they make too much and then there isn't enough demand? So is it like where's the line in terms of that? Did they make a superb amount and the superb amount of people bought them, or did they make the right amount and then the right amount of people are trying to get them?
Well, I think every new console is going to have about 5 to 10 million morons like us.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 to 10 million is kind of guaranteed for every console because we're all stupid and buy them anyway. At least consoles from Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony anyway.
Yeah, fair. Do you have the solid number for Switch 2 in terms of
I saw 3 million floating around is the number I saw.
3 million?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not mind-blowing, but it's still...
it's more than anybody's had available, so it makes sense. I do have to say, though, I'm not embarrassed to play my Switch anymore, because it actually looks good. And, I'm going to say this. I'm going to make a hot take right here. The Switch 2 Pro controller is the best controller ever made.
Dude, I'm
it's
pissed
really
off.
Good. It's really good.
What? I keep seeing people say that.
It's really good, dude.
That reads as hyperbole to me. Tell me why.
Number one, it has
Xbox one that I consider. So go ahead.
Comfort wise, it's the best I've ever felt. It does have back buttons that are non-intrusive, so I never press them, by accident. Its design is perfect. The analog sticks feel good. They feel tight. They don't drift. It's the best D-pad I've ever felt on a game console.
So worth the 90 beans, you say?
Yes. Okay. And the charge lasts forever. It's a Nintendo...
That is the best part.
But does it last forever because you hardly played it?
Dude, I have done nothing but play. I already have 5 hours into a new playthrough of Breath of the Wild.
Okay, and so what's the charge level on that thing?
Don't know. It's still running. There's no, it doesn't tell you the charge of the controller, but, the battery life on this thing is, 80 hours.
Okay. Yeah, it's very high.
Impressive. Okay.
Yeah. No, this controller is amazing. The face buttons feel really, thick and great to press. Triggers feel good. There's nothing on this controller I don't like.
The Pro Controller 1 is not able to wake the Switch 2 by pressing the home button like it could Switch 1.
Oh, that's crazy.
And that's such a stupid thing not to include, and I can only imagine that it's obviously just there to inconvenience people enough to try to get the new controller. Because there's no other reason, technologically speaking, why that wouldn't be compatible to do. It's a standard Bluetooth, Wi-Fi connection, wake up thing. It should work. But I learned that. I was like, God damn, I'm gonna get pissed off enough to buy a Pro Controller 2 at some point.
I mean, you won't regret it. I will say that.
Once I don't regret buying the first one. Mm-hmm. It was really good. Everything that you said about the second one feels like it resonates with how I felt about the first one. Incredible battery life on the thing. That's something. Holy shit! The worst part of the DualSense controller is the goddamn battery life. I can play one session and I got to swap over to the other controller right away. It's atrocious. So,
the big test for D-pads for me is I was playing Street Fighter 6 on the Switch 2, and I was able to pull off every move,
nice.
First try. And I can't do that on Xbox. I can't do that on. I know people love the DualSense. I fucking hate that controller. And I think their D-pad is not great. I think it's better than the Xbox, but I still don't think it's great. The Switch 2 Pro, the Switch 2 Pro controller D-pad is the best ever. It's really good.
I'll look into picking it up when I think it's out of stock everywhere right now, so I can wait.
Wario will post some, I'm sure.
Yeah, that, and I told you I have 1.3 gigabytes left on my fucking hard drive of the Switch 2 already, right?
I put a 256 in it, and I think I have 90 gigs left total between the 256 and the 256 card. Which is plenty, because I installed everything to test it, so I'm not going to keep everything on there, but Switch 2 games are big boys. I think
Tears of the Kingdom is 20 gigs, right?
The biggest Switch game, I think, is either Xenoblade or Smash Brothers at 17 gigs. Street Fighter is 45 gigs. on Switch 2.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah. So these games,
Oh man.
I
Yakuza
got
is like
Pokemon.
40 gigs or something.
Yeah, and the Call of Duty games are going to be on Switch 2 as well. So
You gotta buy a
if you,
card
you
just for those
imagine,
games.
it better be on the cart for the
Nobody
launch.
makes
It
a
probably can't.
256 gig cart.
I mean, they're going to charge you $80 for it, right?
Of
They can
course they're going to
afford it.
charge you $80 for it, but there's no such thing as a 256 gig cart. The biggest cart is 64 gigs, and Call of Duty ain't fitting on that.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Oh man, I just wish you could just slide in a USB-C external hard drive and just be done with it.
No, you gotta have
That would have been
specific.
nice.
You have to. This is the Vita all over, where you have to have a specific SD card.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Micro SD is still a standard that
But you
is
gotta have
very
Express though.
popular. But yes, Express is a newer technology, but it's going to be more and more common going forward, and it's going to get cheaper too. So it's not going to be as bad as the dumbass Vita thing or the Xbox expansion thingamajigga. But especially early adapters, if you want to get like a terabyte card, it's going to cost you like $200 for
Well, I mean, you
the
can get a 4
Express version.
terabyte Xbox expansion card for like only $480. That's a steal.
Oh yeah, only
Yeah.
$480. Oof.
You.
Yeah.
I saw
$480. Like somebody showed me that press release. I'm like, are you high?
Right, man. Listen, no. Mm-mm.
I ain't paying no
That's a Switch 2 plus
$480.
tax.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, that's the Switch 2. It's nice. That's just like the most underwhelming Nintendo launch I think I've ever been a part of.
It is. I think a lot of the people that are reporting like staying in line and stuff like that for like the midnight reveal, midnight pickups and stuff, much less of a hubbub, I say.
Dude
In
stayed in line
regards
for
to, the
7
hype level.
days to just get something
Yeah.
that was available to buy on launch day. It's so fucking funny to me.
Right, like
Hey,
y'all didn't
man.
even have to be staying outside.
No,
Hey, you
like I
played
can't
yourself.
imagine what you smell like, bruh.
Right.
7 days with no shower.
I think the
Jesus Christ.
best tweet I saw was somebody said something. The one thing that the Switch 2 launch has told me is that some of y'all motherfuckers need to switch to aluminum deodorant. Like for real.
I love and respect the passion of these people. I think it's awesome that they love something that much to be that invested to do something like that. But not me, bro. Not gonna catch me standing in line for more than an hour for anything that's that I can buy online.
No.
Yeah, no, never that serious.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, maybe in my younger years. I think I stood in line for what, like 3 hours for Halo 2? Something, or Halo 3 maybe it was? I don't remember.
I didn't. Well, we waited in line for PlayStation 2 with a bunch of friends, and that was the only thing that I did like a midnight launch for, and that was a good time.
I always pre-ordered it and just went and picked it up at midnight.
Probably the smart choice, but when you have a couple people that have the same mind, this can be like a fun group experience. I'm glad I did it once, but I'm not interested in doing it again.
No.
I did lots of midnight pickups for games and stuff over the years. Never did I do it with a bunch of friends. I bet that was probably a lot of fun, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was always by myself.
Yeah. Well, how did you go to the bathroom and stuff if you needed to wait like 8 hours or something?
Well, no, I ain't never. Well, let me course correct. I ain't never do no like stand in line for like something like that. I'm talking about like what Ken said, where like I bought it, pre-ordered it, and then I just came back.
Oh, just
like,
go.
Yeah, we just stand in line until the
so
store
like that
open.
line of people. Yeah, never like standing in like a line for a whole bunch. I've never done that. Yeah, I've never.
I only did it one time when the 360 came out. Like I had one, but a buddy of mine was trying to get one, so we went to Walmart for the lottery, and we stood there for that. There was like fucking 70 people there.
That's cool.
Jesus.
Did your friend end up getting it?
Nope, we didn't get it.
Damn, how many systems did they have? Like 10?
Yeah, I think they had like 20 or 30, something like that.
Dang.
Got you.
Yeah, he didn't get one. Like mine was waiting at GameStop, so I was like, I'm cool, but I'll go with you. I'm like, I'll get a lottery ticket too. That way, if I win, you get mine, kind of thing.
Yeah, double the chances. Yep.
Yeah, but no, he didn't get one. He ended up getting one like 2 or 3 months later or something. All right. So we got a lot of games to talk about. A lot of stuff was announced. A lot of new games. A lot of second looks or third looks. Sometimes fourth looks at games. Jesus. We'll start off with this. Kicked off on Wednesday. So basically, every day starting Wednesday was like video game Armageddon. So Wednesday we had the Sony State of Play. So I've got my list here. I'm going to start at the top. Astrobot's getting new levels.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to remember if I finished all the last. There was only, 5? I think I finished them. Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, I finished them as well. And then the Christmas level, too. That was
Yes,
fun.
I definitely finished the Christmas. The Christmas level was amazing. So,
yeah.
Any excuse to boot that game up again, I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
Then we had Baby Steps. Somebody just left because they heard Baby Steps.
Well, it wasn't me.
Tara's like, fuck this, I'm leaving, shuts the door.
Yeah.
Oh, I was only half watching the State of Play because I was at work. But like, what the hell was Baby Steps? So
Baby Steps is the game made by the guy that had the guy in the pot going up using a hammer thing.
Is that like what's his name?
I forget the guy's name, but he's a bit of an infamous guy.
Yeah, and it's constantly talking to you, like giving you life advice and shit or something.
It's one of those games that really popped up because of the streamers and live content creators love to stream it because they tend to elicit like good reactions and such, right? Like a lot of rage moments and stuff like that. And Baby Steps looks like something similar where you have to really like finesse moving like one step at a time, and like it looks like it's Death Stranding on apocalyptic horde mode. Where you have to really, really watch how you're moving about in the terrain. And it seems to have like a fun sense of humor. So I'm not the type of person to play these really hard rage-inducing games for the sake of them. But this is the kind of game that I'll watch my favorite streamers play, and then that'll be a good time.
I feel like we're in a weird world where developers are making games for streamers.
Yeah, I mean,
like
that's an excellent way to make a lot of money, right?
Sure, but it's a weird, and we'll get into the other really annoying industry practice here in a minute because there's only 5,000 of these fucking things at the Summer Game Fest. But anyway, next up is Bloodstained. So I'm excited for Bloodstained, but it feels weird.
The co-op aspect of it, or the two-player aspect of it, I'm not sure how that's going to play out. Is it still a one-player game, or is it a co-op
you can
focus
switch.
game?
You can switch between.
So it's like a one-player switch between the two characters. That could be fun. I really like the original Bloodstained, so it's more of that.
I did like the original Bloodstained, but I feel like it's like, I don't know, man. I miss Castlevania, and I wish Konami weren't douchebags. Like, I couldn't tell you what happened in the story in Bloodstained. I can definitely tell you what happens in the story in Castlevania.
Yeah, I can understand. Bloodstained story is not that memorable.
No.
But I like the main character. And then some of the gameplay elements, and I thought the game itself was fun. Not every game has to be a 10 out of 10. I'm okay
it literally
with
could have been a Castlevania. That could have been a Belmont. You know what I mean? It just
yeah, absolutely. But they don't own the license to that, so what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'll play it. It's 2D Metroidvania made by fucking Igarashi, so of course I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
Shit. Cairn is a survival climbing game.
Okay. Yeah, I heard some good buzz about it.
Oh, you played it?
How was it?
It's neat. So it's one of those ones where like you control like the limbs, and it's kind of like the Baby Steps game, but it's not physics based like the Baby Steps is. But like you have to be very particular about where you place your handholds on the rock and stuff, and like you control each hand like independently. So you got to move like her right arm and get it gripped right, and then you move the left, and then you move that left leg up to. So you got to like slowly go like that. And then it has roguelite.
Wasn't that the same mechanics as that Don't Nod game Jusant? Wasn't that like that?
I don't think I played that one.
It was on Game Pass, but like I remember playing it for like 15 minutes. I'm like, this is not my jam. But I think like you had to put like the handhold stakes as you were going up, and you had like a stamina meter.
This has all that. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds very similar. Yeah, this has that too. But it has like I said, a roguelite stuff. So like once you get up to a certain level, because the overall thing is you're trying to get to the very top of this mountain that nobody's ever climbed. And so as you get up, I guess you're going to meet like random people and random events will happen.
People
they
living
showed
on the
in this
mountain.
last trailer. Well, no, I think it's just other climbers that came before you, like to set up like base camps or something like that, not like crazy mountain men.
I want to meet I want to meet the dudes from ZZ Top at the top of the mountain. Big ass fucking beards just hanging out on the mountain.
Right? It looks fun. Like I enjoyed the demo. It's on Steam, and actually, I think they just launched it on PS5 too. It's exclusively not on the Xbox, so it will not be there. But it's on Steam and PS5.
There's a lot of games like that lately. It's crazy.
Yep.
Well, I got a lot to say about that Xbox show, but we'll just keep going on with this one. Next up is Digimon Story Time Stranger. I can't keep track of how many Digimon games there are. I'm sorry.
I haven't played a Digimon game since I reviewed the one on fucking, I think, Vita or something like that. That was a long ass time ago, man. I do think Digimon is pretty neat in terms of a lot of the monster design and stuff. Maybe I'll give this one a shot, but it's not a high priority.
I couldn't tell you the difference between any of them. Like,
oh man,
like if you said a Digimon title name, like if you said the name of a game, that could be from 1997 or 2027. I don't fucking know.
I see what you said. Yeah, I got you.
Like every box art looks exactly the same. It's that anime with some monsters standing behind the characters. Like it's
actually, yeah, you're right, because I thought this was a remake of one that I had bought on Switch that was like Time. It was like Time Detective or something like that. I thought this, because the logo and shit looked the same. I was like, wait, is this a new game or is this the remake of that one? Okay.
I get what you mean, Ken. They use a very distinct artist for their characters.
Yeah, they always look the same. Yeah.
Yeah, so they have the same vibe, but I get what you mean. If you're not familiar with the series, I can see that being confusing.
All right, the next game is also exclusively not on Xbox, but my ass gonna play this is Everybody's Golf Hot Shots. Because fuck yeah, I'm gonna play that.
It's the only golf game I like. Yeah.
Oh man, it's got Pac-Man.
Anymore, yeah, that is the only one I like. Yeah,
I like Mario Golf because it's the same developer.
Is it?
Yeah, Camelot does the Mario Golf games.
I didn't realize that. I do like Mario Golf. I do have that on Switch.
Oh man, I love Everybody's. And the last one disappointed me because it was one of those online service games. So, be glad to play like a real Everybody's Golf, or as I grew up on it, Hot Shots Golf.
Hot Shots, yes sir.
Yeah, that's why they made that the tagline for this game, because they fucking know.
Yeah, they know what's up.
Yeah, it's just like the Resident Evil Biohazard game.
Oh.
Next up, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Everybody's excited for this. Man, I couldn't really tell the difference between the new and old versions. Like, they look very similar.
The visuals, I get you there, but I think a lot of it comes down to Final Fantasy Tactics has kind of had this issue where they had the original PlayStation translation, which had a lot of mistranslations and issues that didn't really, bring the characters across in the proper way, and a lot of the story elements felt a bit more confusing than they needed to be. They fixed that with the PSP release of the Something War of the Lions version had a retranslation, but that also had a bunch of technical issues that the PlayStation version did not in combat. So it would just be really nice to get this one version of the game that ends up being the definitive version to play. And then it also adds things like full voice acting for all the story cutscenes and stuff like that. And the voice acting seemed really great from what I can tell. And Final Fantasy Tactics, in my opinion, is one of the best entries in Final Fantasy period, like in terms of the overall quality. Yeah, so just to be able to get this in this new definitive way that other people are going to be able to enjoy for the first time, hell yeah, I'm down for it.
I'm glad it exists. You know, I know a lot of people are excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am more excited now. I was before he started talking. I was like you. I was like, it's not really blowing my skirt up. I'm happy that the kids get to play it because I really enjoyed that game. But I'm happy that Jay is the type of nerd he is, because I didn't know that it was mistranslated because that's the only version I played was the PS1. So now, I got to play the new one. So I actually know what's really going on. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'm
hyped now.
It's actually coming to Xbox. Holy shit.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Let's
yep.
go. W.
All right. New trailer for Ghost of Yote. I don't need to see any more of this game. Just let me play it. I'm at that
Right.
point.
Yeah, just let me play it. Yeah, I
Same.
don't need no more
Exact
of
same.
that.
Yep.
Just release it.
Hirogami is the next one. It's an origami-inspired 3D action platform. I do not remember this game.
I remember it looked neat. I don't think it was something I necessarily would play, but I did like the art style, like the origami characters and stuff. Like I remember it looked neat.
Hmm.
Yeah.
007 First Light. We got our first look at that game. It's I guess it's a prequel to how he becomes a 00.
Mm-hmm.
That looks cool.
I mean, it's IO Interactive. I'll play it. I don't need to see any more. Just give me a third-person James Bond game. I'm good.
Yeah, they picked the right developers for for this kind of game. So I'm looking forward to how they put their own mark on 007 in terms of the kind of development studio that they are, because they are not averse to a lot of fun dark humor in their games. So I expect them to carry on that tradition with First Light, and it's going to be a good time.
For sure.
Lumines Arise. So we got a new Lumines game. It does have VR compatibility.
Yeah, I like those games, but I don't like particularly love them. But I did enjoy them on Vita when I played
remember
them,
I loved the first one, the one that came out on the 360 arcade,
so.
and like everyone that's come out since then, I've just been like, yeah, it's Lumines. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, another game that's not exclusive, not on Xbox, but it's also not on Switch. Is a first-party Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls made by Arc System Works. Is a PlayStation first-party game coming to PS5 and PC.
Yeah, so this was the game closer, or the closer for State of Play.
Yeah.
And I think fighting games just generally are not that popular compared to a lot of the other genres. So it was a bit of a tough sell, but for fighting game enthusiasts like myself, this is absolutely huge. This is one of the biggest reveals I've ever seen for a fighting game ever. Not just because of the size of the stage, but because of what the players involved are. So ArcSys has largely become one of the most renowned names in terms of fighting games for their development of various different titles. They blew Dragon Ball as a series out of the water with Dragon Ball Fighters. One of the best looking fighting games, took off, like incredibly popular for many years to come in the fighting game scene. And now they have another shot with with another franchise or series, that's so beloved, like Marvel. And what they've already done, the animation work, this might be one of the most beautiful fucking fighting games I've ever seen in my entire life, man. The character models, the way that they tag in with each other, a lot of the little gameplay implications of what they showed. So this is gonna be the fighting game to watch.
I wonder how
next
Capcom
year,
feels.
I think this is gonna be one of the biggest fighting games of all time.
I want to know how
I was
Capcom
just waiting for
feels
him
right
to
now.
get there talking. Yep,
Like-
I was thinking, I'm like, man.
Capcom is now a scorned lover, like over in the corner. Like,
Absolutely.
man, we made what some consider like the greatest fighting game ever made. You gonna give this over to Arc System? Okay.
Well, Ken, I personally asked Capcom many a times, when's Marvel? In the most polite way possible. I've asked them, many other people have asked them, when's Marvel? And they gave us a shitload of nothing after the big wet fart that was Marvel Infinite. So they've had their chance.
I think I know what it
now
is.
someone else is going to take the fucking this is some NTR shit I'm here for. So I'm good, man. I'm gonna see what ArcSys does with this franchise. It's gonna be glorious.
Well, unless you have an Xbox or a Switch.
Yeah, god dang it.
What?
I mean, luckily I have, I'll be able to play it, but man, I wish it was on the system that I prefer.
Yeah, this is
I'm
definitely a Disney thing. Like, Sony is paying Disney a whole hell of a lot of money.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. Do you not know that Disney and Marvel take like a monster? That's why Spider-Man 2 was not profitable.
Well, that's what they kind of said. Well, they didn't say Disney, but in that little thing when they were talking about the parties, I think it was the Marvel folks or whatever dude that they had that was like, we were thinking about, we already have this great relationship with, PlayStation and doing this whoop whoop whoop. But I'm like, oh, okay, yep. Somebody opened their checkbook. All right.
Which is crazy
fine.
to me because, like Jay said, and it's true, fighting games are not massive sellers
Right.
unless your name is Smash Brothers or Mortal Kombat. Like,
so you're limiting yourself. But you know what though? They're going to bank on the Marvel name and hope that that's what will, that will push people to be like, well, shit, let me at least get a Steam Deck because I'm sure it's gonna be playable at least on Steam Deck. You know what I mean? So I bet that's what it is. They hoping that
I don't know if it'll
they
be
get
playable
something from
on
Marvel.
Steam Deck because it's not on PS4.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, okay.
I don't know if it will be playable on Steam Deck. The game is exciting. Everything around it is not. Like, I feel this game is setting itself up to fail simply because they're limiting the audience. And it's a fighting game. Let's be fair. Like, everybody talks about Marvel,
agree.
but you want to look at sales numbers for Marvel vs. Capcom? They're not high. Just saying.
Yeah.
Because of what we just discussed, I think just having these fighting games available on as much platform as possible, making them all cross-play with each other is absolutely the best way to sell a fighting game nowadays. Just to grow the player base right off the gate, and then not to alienate other people. It's just because a fighting game lives and dies by its player base. So if you don't have a lot of people playing it, it's going to be difficult. But I think between PC and PS5, I think they have enough players to sustain a positive growth for the game. And eventually, I think if the game does take off enough, it'll get like a Xbox version and hopefully a Switch 2 version down the line as well.
No.
You don't think so? I feel like
maybe a Switch 2 version, but PlayStation is petty as fuck. They will not put any of their first-party games on, unless Disney mandates
Dragon Ball
it.
Fighters Z on Xbox original?
It's not. It's not first party. This is Sony first party.
Okay.
So what I'm telling you is, unless Disney forces their hand, PlayStation will not put this game on an Xbox. They'll put it on a Switch, but they will not put it on an Xbox. They are literally that kid on the playground that takes his ball and goes home. Like, they are petty as fuck.
Yeah, but at the same time, if their intention is to sell consoles, right?
Nope.
And they are very much intent on making a PlayStation 6 and a 7, if the economy allows it, it makes sense. I mean, we've also all agreed that all this stuff with Xbox going multi-platform is great for consumers, which I love.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's terrible for business.
Well, it's terrible for their hardware business. It's not terrible for business.
Exactly.
I mean, they're fucking, they had 5 of the top-selling games last month?
Yeah, so, just on different platforms.
It doesn't matter.
But
that's their money. That's what I'm saying, that's their money. They're still making money. They're just not making hardware money.
And where is all that going to end up in terms of their prospects for hardware?
I mean,
we were just talking about it, right?
But you're looking at, hardware, yes, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But they're still making money. So, if it's about making money, they're making it hand over fist way more than PlayStation is.
Yeah, like I said, I'm always going to be on the side of consumers, within reason, obviously. But at the same time, from Sony's perspective, I think it makes sense to try to make things limited in terms of being playable on your console versus the console that is a competition to your own in terms of its hardware sales. So it makes sense. I know it sucks, but it makes sense. So, we'll see what happens, but I do hope that it eventually does come to Switch 2 and Xbox if the game gets popular. More players, the better.
The next game is Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, again, same as Ghost of Yotei. I'm done looking.
Just give it to me.
I'm done looking
just
at
inject
it.
it into your veins right now. I want it.
Yeah.
I need it.
Speaking of injecting into your veins.
There we go.
It is the biggest announcement of the year for me. The team at Digital Eclipse is making a Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Mortal Kombat's 1 through 4, which, if you know anything about Mortal Kombat 4 has been in limbo for so long because it's proprietary hardware. It is almost impossible to emulate, and it's going to be in this collection. Not to mention...
Did not realize that.
Yeah, the Zeus hardware was specifically built for Mortal Kombat. It was also used for Mace the Dark Age and War Gods, but those games nobody cares about. Those are games that nobody's tried to port. But you can't port Mortal Kombat 4 because of that Zeus hardware. So the fact that this collection has it is amazing. It's Digital Eclipse, so the documentary is going to be like a dream come true for me. They got Tobias and Boone back together for this.
Yeah, I saw them playing.
Yeah,
like the game. I thought they had beef or something. Like
they had a little beef for a while, but Tobias did come back and do the comics for MK9.
Okay.
So yeah, they've been on better terms. Also,
yeah, I thought that was neat.
They're doing like the multiple versions, so like even the 32X version of MK2 is on here, but they said there's more. And when you watch the trailer and you see all those little question marks, like, what are the other games?
There's a lot of those missing 3D Mortal Kombat games that people never talk about or even remember that exist, right?
I might be okay if they leave some of those out.
Okay. Is Mortal Kombat 4
Sub-Zero
worth
mythology?
playing, Ken?
Mortal Kombat 4 is super fun to play. It feels amazing to play. It's very fast. It's a different style than the other games because it introduced the weapon system. It's a fun game. It's definitely not the best Mortal Kombat ever made, but it's not the worst.
Gotcha.
But the fact that they got 1, 2, 3, Ultimate, and 4 plus other games, like, yeah, this is 100%.
Ooh, Shaolin Monks got to be on there.
Man,
Shaolin Monks
gotta needs to be on there with online play. Oh,
let me tell you something. If that's on there, I'm gonna cop this collection. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Shaolin. That game's so good.
And there's nowhere to play it.
Yeah.
It makes me so mad that there's nowhere to play it. It was only released for 2 platforms, and it's never been re-released.
Wasn't there a Mortal Kombat game that starred Jax and Sonya?
Yeah, it's called Special Forces. It's on the PS1, and it's fucking terrible.
So Shaolin Monks is the better PS1 game.
Yes, Mythologies is a bad game too, but it has its charm. Special Forces is just like don't even bother.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't play Mythologies. Oh, what? Shaolin Monks was on PS2. It was on PS2 and Xbox.
Yeah.
That wasn't on PS1.
No, Mythologies was on PS1 and N64.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't play that one. I just knew it was Sub-Zero. It was like a Sub-Zero story or something like that. But I didn't
they were supposed to do like 5 of those, and Special Forces was the second one, and that's where it ended. Just saying.
Gotcha.
That game is really bad. If you want to play one of the worst games ever made, go boot up your favorite Shmemulator and boot that sumbitch up, because whoo boy, that game.
Yeah, I have some fond memories of Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 Ultimate, especially. So I would be happy to revisit those games again. And I know I'm especially happy for you, Ken, because as long as I've known you, you've wanted this.
Oh, so, I've died for
when I saw what that was, I was typing. I was like, "Kid, it's your shit!" Like I was in the thing because when I saw, I was like, "Oh yeah, he all over this."
Oh, dude, you couldn't have made it. Like if you'd asked me who I want to develop a Mortal Kombat Legacy collection, Digital Eclipse is like way up on the top of that list.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
they're some of the best in the biz when it comes to these collections. Like they did the Pac-Man one, right? The Namco whatever one.
I don't remember they probably have done.
No. My mistake. They did the Atari one.
They did the Atari one. They did the Cowabunga
yes.
collection. They did Street Fighter 30th anniversary. Like they've done.
Yeah, they're all stellar. They're all stellar collections.
Yeah, they did the 30th anniversary one that was on Xbox One and PS4. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm excited because they're going to do it like the Gold series where they do the documentary with it. So it's going to be like a timeline of Mortal Kombat. Dude, I'll spend like weeks in that game. I'm fucking kidding. All right, the year of Ninja Gaiden. We have Ninja Gaiden Ragebound was at the PlayStation thing. We'll talk about the other Ninja Gaiden later. This is the 2D one. Is our embargo up on the preview? I know you've been playing it.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't talk about it till the 9th. So
okay,
yeah, I'll talk about it next week.
Cool.
Oh, you already have it? The game's not coming out till like July.
There's a
1st.
demo. It's like a preview. It's a preview version.
Okay,
yeah, there's a preview. Yeah, we're.
I was about to say that's way early. Okay, but yeah, it's the same people that did Blasphemous 1 and 2. I think those games are great too, and this one actually looks.
Oh wait!
Better.
Oh my God! I can't talk about it because this is going to go up on the 9th.
No. Oh yeah. Well, what time on the 9th?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. I'll wait. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
next week.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it next week. Yeah.
Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. But it looks great. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Neo 3 was announced. I know a lot of people are excited for that. I never got into those games.
Hell
Oh
yeah,
my god, my
Neo
son
is.
lost his fucking mind because he was over here watching
Hell
that
yeah.
with me. He was so happy.
Has he played the other two Neo games?
Yep, he loves those.
Awesome.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
he was so excited.
They're very good, and they're also very replayable because of the way that the difficulty like ramps up, and the more sophisticated and hardcore equipment that you can find. So Neo 3, they're moving to open world. It looks like I have the demo downloaded. I haven't played it yet, but I'm very excited.
Moving along, PlayStation Plus had some announcements for some classic games, including Deus Ex for the PS2, Twisted Metal 3 and 4. You should not play those, and Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Hell yeah, RE2 3.
Pragmata made an appearance after years.
It's real.
It's real.
It is real. Yeah.
It looks interesting. I want to know what it is. Like, I still don't know what
Same.
it is.
Yep.
It looks like a third-person sci-fi shooter to me. Nothing too crazy about it.
Yeah, but the little girl, like, what's the mechanic with her? Like, it seems like she does things, so I'm curious how it plays out.
I think she might be like playing the role of like 9S, if you remember Nier Automata, where she does a lot of the hacking stuff, and then you have like a little mini game that you got to do. So it might be interesting.
Capcom on
But
a
I'm glad
roll
it's coming
lately,
out.
so.
Oh yeah, Capcom is just
Yeah.
firing on all cylinders, as we'll talk about later as well. Yeah,
PlayStation's making a fighting stick. It's wireless.
it feels like a weird time to make a fight stick, when a lot of fighting game community people are moving to leverless nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. The look of it's weird. It's got like the raised face buttons. I'm like, that's kind of weird looking. I don't know. See how it goes. Bet that thing's $200.
Probably.
The next game is the new one from Suda51. It's Romeo is Dead Man.
Yep.
I'm all about this.
I mean,
I'm
it looked
so
like a
excited to
Suda
come to
game
Xbox.
as soon as I saw
did.
it.
Yep.
I was like, okay, that's a Suda
I
game.
told my son, I was like, "Oh, this is Suda Jam." He was like,
Yeah.
"Who is that?" I was like, "Just wait, just wait." And then he showed up, and I was like, "Yeah, that's him."
Yeah.
And then he did that little like intro move or whatever he did. I was like, "Yeah, oh, he be doing some cool shit like that."
Yeah.
Only Suda, man.
I love Suda. Some of his games really suck, but like I love his passion and his weirdness. So
Yes, I love his weirdness. I love his
I think his games suck. I think a lot of them are great.
Some of
Some
his
of them
games play
kind of
like
aren't
shit.
great.
Some of his games play like shit. Let's just be
Some
fair.
of them aren't amazing, but they're all weird, and some of them actually still play pretty good. Some of the No More Hero games are very fun.
The first No More Heroes, I think, plays like crap. I think Killer is Dead plays like absolute trash.
Okay, so I'm playing that for the first time, actually on Steam Deck. It's weird the way it plays, but like I've gotten used to it. Like I don't hate it, but it's weird.
I never
it's really
liked.
weird the
I
way it
never
controls.
liked the way I never liked playing that game. I liked watching that game. I never liked playing that game.
I got you.
Sea of Remnants, the world of puppet folk in the open sea. Okay.
Is this some kind of a free-to-play game or something?
No, it's on PlayStation Plus. It's an action RPG set in the ocean.
I thought it was some kind of live
It's a
service
NetEase game.
Oh.
It's a NetEase
well,
game.
there you
So
go.
it may be one of those. Yeah, I think it may be one.
And
of
for
those.
that reason, I'm out. Moving on.
Oh wait, no, it's not Sea of Remnants. It's in PlayStation Plus. It's Sword of the Sea. Sorry, there's two different games.
Oh, Sword of the Sea.
okay.
I'm playing that, but not
Sea of Remnants is a NetEase jam.
I got you.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, stop using it's the Outer Worlds, Outer Wild shit again. Let's stop doing that.
Yes.
Yep, please let's stop that.
Silent Hill F was also in here. That looks cool. Again, don't need to see any more. Just speaking of Silent
We
Hill,
got the release date. Yep.
what's the fucking Xbox version of Silent Hill 2? It's crazy. Where is it? It's nowhere. Hey, at least Black Myth finally showed up. Huh, it's crazy how it's exactly the same day. And I know there's people out there like, well, that's a special day for that team. I'm like,
Man, I saw somebody say that because it was like somebody's birthday. I don't know if it was supposed to be like
It's like
Sun
the Monkey
Wukong's
King's birthday or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And I was just like, well, why can't it be both, man? Because how you gonna say that's what? Come on,
Yeah,
come on,
like,
bro.
come on, bro. You know there was a deal. Come on.
Right.
You guys care about that a lot more than I frankly.
I mean, I just get sick of seeing people like, well, actually, like if you actually about a business deal, get the fuck out of my face. Like, please. We all know that PlayStation is petty and they pay for shit. Like, just admit it at this point, okay? Thief VR Legacy of Shadow, so another VR game.
Well, hold on. You just skipped over, like, let me say how amazing Sword of the Sea looks like. It's by the
Oh, I
folks
thought we
that
talked
made
about Sword of the
Journey.
Sea. It's giant squid,
We
so I get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I think they had was it Pathless was kind of the only miss that they've ever had. I think all the other games that they made is incredible.
I
Journey
loved
being the best
Abzu.
one.
Abzu was my
Yeah,
favorite.
Abzu was fantastic too. I like Journey more, but Abzu was a great experience. I think Sword of the Sea kind of I think captures a lot of the flow and like the motion of what made Journey so memorable and interesting with how you're kind of navigating the space and everything. And now you're doing like 6 skater moves on a sword on like the open environment. That looks awesome. Can't wait.
Tides of Tomorrow. That's a online game, I think, right? Asynchronous multiplayer. Ocean. Another fucking ocean. Was that the theme? Was oceans?
Yeah, there's a lot of ocean type.
They have
Yeah,
they had a
feel
couple of
like
games with
the
that,
theme.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the PlayStation State of Play. That was on Wednesday. And Thursday was the Switch launch, which
hmm
is crazy. All right, Summer Games Fest. Whoo boy.
Wait, hold on. Did you say Summer's Game Fest or Souls Games Fest? Because I feel like we watched the latter.
Well, just to go back to Sony real quick, like there wasn't a lot in there that I loved, but boy, that Mortal Kombat collection really made my day. So kudos on that one.
I thought it was a solid show, and the token thing blew me away.
It was. You know what makes me sad
Hmm.
is I feel like it was maybe the best of all of the big ones. Like, and I didn't think it was that great.
Which one?
PlayStation.
Okay, hold on. Let me think.
We're about to go through Summer Game Fest, so.
You might be right. Yeah, come on. Let's go. Let's run it. Let's see. Okay.
Well,
okay.
let's start. I mean, I don't like the way they list these things because they put the big stuff at the end, but I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it. We got trolled by Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's hilarious. Actually, this is absolutely hilarious. He's like, we need more time to
good.
cook Resident Evil 9. And then at the end of the show, he's like, by the way, it took 20 minutes to cook. Here's Resident Evil 9.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I was legitimately angry when they teased us the first time, so I'm glad that it was a setup for a joke.
Yeah, I think we all were because I think we were like, pissed. Now look, y'all could have skipped that.
Like, it's almost 30 years to the day that this game is coming out. 30 years we've been playing Resident Evil.
That's crazy.
I'm excited too because it's back in Raccoon City.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited.
I've always wanted to go back to the remnant of Raccoon City after the nuclear bomb in Resident Evil 3. So being able to do that, and the fact that they kind of made Outbreak like completely canon with the inclusion of the main lead being kind of like the daughter of one of the characters in Outbreak is actually pretty interesting. That has some implications in terms of the story. And I hear people say that Leon's going to be in the game, but I didn't see that in the trailer. So how did they get that information?
I don't know. There's a lot of information.
I know that as well.
Yeah, I've heard it too. And like, there's a lot of information floating around. Apparently, 2 of the people at the end of the trailer look like characters from Outbreak. So,
no.
I mean, you know how the Resident Evil people
Outbreak.
go crazy, man. What's
Did
that?
y'all play Outbreak?
Yeah, I did back on the PS2. Yeah.
Is it good? It was good.
Well, it was frustrating at the time because PlayStation didn't have voice chat at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you had to like motion your commands, and it was really kind of frustrating to play.
Got you.
And I'm still of the mind that Operation Raccoon City is completely underrated. If you hate it, I hate you. I'm just going to say that.
I was playing that the other day, actually, and because I go on there randomly and just go into quick play, and I found a full team. Like we had I was the 4th man, and why was there a nigga that was I meant to see was literally traveling like you, just kept diving and getting up, diving, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Ken. I had to check the name. Is this Ken? What's happening?
It's not me. That's my method of movement in games like Helldivers and Operation Raccoon City.
You just dive, get up.
Yeah. Gotta make the noise too. You gotta be like, ugh!
Oh man, but no, that game is fun. Like it's better than I think. I was led to believe because I didn't actually get it back in the day. I wish I had played Outbreak.
Man.
I hate that game. That game is trash.
Really?
Every enemy is fucking bullet sponge.
I love that game.
Fair enough.
Man, screw that
I
game.
played that
Outbreak is way
game.
more interesting.
I played that game like 3 or 4 times. I played through the DLC too. I love that game.
To be fair though, I didn't have a team to play that game.
Oh, you played it wrong.
Maybe that's fair. Yeah, well, I mean, it lets me play solo. How am I supposed to know? I'm not supposed to play the game solo.
That's
It's a fucking Resident Evil game.
You should never play that game solo. No.
Well, I did that and I hated it. So that's what
that's
happened
probably
to me.
why. That's probably, I mean, if you own it, because like we need a fourth because Drew has it and we keep talking about we gonna play it.
You ain't never gonna get Drew to play
playing
nothing.
it. Yeah, I know. We'll catch him in about 15 years, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that game on like Steam or anything now? Or
it's
it's
backwards
like
compatible on Xbox, so you can play the
Yeah.
360 version. And I think it's on Steam because they just took Games for Windows Live out of it. So.
Did they? Let me check.
Yeah, that was the
I
story
think that
we
was one
had
of the
last
ones.
week. Was that they took Games for Windows Live out of all the old Capcom games.
Thank goodness for
Because
that.
Lost
that
Planet
fucking cancer.
2, I think, was one of them. Because that's playable now.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Lost Planet 2
rules.
was Monster Hunter. That's what that game was.
Yes, it was. Oh, that game was so much fun.
I love Lost Planet. Like, I even like 3, the Space Trucker game. That game was great. I love that game.
I need to play that. I have it. I saw that I have it. I must have got it from Games with Gold or something like that. But 3 is the only one I didn't play because it was so different. I think because it's the one that's like single player and it's like a normal.
I'm gonna blow your mind. That game is not made by Capcom. I will give you one guess as to who made it, and you will never guess it.
I didn't know it wasn't made by Capcom.
Nope.
Okay.
I can only tell you the game they made because I don't remember their name. I guess I could look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. Shit. I mean, because it looks like a third-person shooter.
It's made by Spark Unlimited, the same team who brought you, wait for it, Legendary the Box.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
And Turning Point, Fall of Liberty.
How they get that job to make? Okay, well,
that's who made that game.
So I'm looking at the store listing for Operation Raccoon City just to kind of make this full circle. Steam version, the DLC of Operation Raccoon City you can buy. It's listed. The game itself, you can't buy.
Oh wow!
Because
of the
Games for Live issue.
Oh wow!
And then they're saying that they're gonna update people and let them know, but it seems like right now you can't buy the game on Steam. So there you go.
Yeah. All right, let's move on with Summer Games Fest. Which he hates it when you call it that. Stranger Than Heaven from Ryugo Kotaku Studio. These people are machine. Between Obsidian and Ryugo Kotaku, like those two developers just like churn out games. Man, it's crazy.
They have excellent project managers, is what I'll say.
Yes, they do. Even after their main dude left for NetEase, which he's already been fired before his first game launched.
Typical NetEase behavior. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Man, we need to put that on the soundboard.
Boy, I got a lot of hate in the chat when this game came up. Scott Pilgrim EX was announced from
this nigga didn't get a lot of hate. What?
Tribute Games. Oh, I did because I find that game obsessively boring and don't know why people love it.
And
like
it's okay to be wrong, but that's fine. It's the soundtrack is good. It's basically River City. Do you not like the River City games either?
I don't like beat 'em ups with levels that never end. It's fucking like beat 'em ups themselves. Okay. I love, but they need to be bite sized because beat 'em ups are very repetitive. Very repetitive.
They are.
And Scott Pilgrim, the first level is like 25 minutes. I'm like, bitch, I am done with this game.
I don't know. I really like those. I'm looking forward to this new one.
I'm glad everybody's happy for it. I will not play it.
We will invite you to play with us when we play together.
Nope, we'll not even buy it.
and you're gonna love it. It's gonna be your favorite game of the year.
I felt really fucking old when people told me that Shovel Knight was 10 years old, but Yacht Club Games is finally releasing their next game, Mina the Hollower.
I hate to say this. I thought the point of making games with old retro graphics is that you can churn them out quickly.
Well, there were 47,
why is it taking them 10 years?
There were 47 versions of Shovel Knight they had to put out first, remember?
That's true. They needed to, release at least 20 pieces of free DLC content, which is about the size of a full game, which I respect. Thank you, Yacht Club, for that. I love most of it. But man, this game is taking a long time to come out.
Terrence, the fact
Yeah,
that
I
you
have
haven't
it.
played Shovel Knight makes me sad in my heart because it is literally
I know.
one of the best games, like of the
And
last.
everybody that
Yeah.
reviewed it gave it a 10.
Yeah,
Like on
three
here
different
on this site
reviewers
anyway.
gave it a 10 on
It
our
was
Yeah.
site.
pretty excellent. Yeah.
Shovel Knight is
Yeah, I have the
amazing.
treasure trove, so I will play it.
Yeah. Lego Voyagers was announced. It's a co-op. It's all about building spaceships, excitement, and friendships. That's a tagline I want.
Yep.
Onimusha Way of the Sword. That game continues to look amazing.
It does. I wish we had a date for it.
This is
But at the
2026,
same time,
right?
yeah, but not an actual firm date. But at the same time, we said once again, Capcom's popping off. Resident Evil 9, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, and what was the other game from the Sony one?
I don't remember already. There's too many video
Yeah,
games.
there's too many
There's
goddamn
so
video
many
games.
games.
Everybody
Anyway.
forgot they also announced Okami. So
Was it a second Okami game or was it like?
yeah, it's a sequel.
It is,
Okami
right? Yeah.
2, yeah.
Oh yeah. But I think that's gonna come in like 2027 or something.
It's a PS6 launch game. Fucking
Probably.
Yep.
Mafia: The Old Country was the next trailer. I'm totally down for the story.
I hear this game is like a budget game. It's like a $40 game. Is that true?
I mean, I don't care. I'm down with that.
No, I'm just
Yeah, I think I
surprised
read
by
that
the
too.
quality
Yeah,
of the
I
game.
think I
It
read
looks
that
it
too.
looks awesome, right? So maybe it's just a short game. I don't know what they're doing, but hey, I'm down for it.
Oh, mob stories, give me all of them. I'm down for all that shit. That's the only reason I didn't finish Mafia 3 is because that game never fucking ends. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Lies of P Overture dropped, Shadow dropped, along with the difficulty update, which I did play about 20 minutes of it. I can actually play it now. Having a good time.
You like it?
That's good.
Yeah, I like it. It's
Yeah, it's good. I liked it.
I beat the first boss
The,
and made it into the hotel. I was like, this is all right.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, the world in that game is actually quite interesting, and the visual representation. Some of the bosses are epic. I would love to play Overture, but I played the original game on Game Pass, so I need the original game in order to play the DLC, which I don't own. So
They literally just took it off Game Pass, which is hilarious.
I know,
Yep.
which is fucking a dick move, by the way. Thanks, Microsoft. But whatever. I'll buy it at a sale at some point. But I'm looking forward to playing it.
New trailer for Dying Light: The Beast, which I'm excited for. I did not like Dying Light 2, but I love Dying Light.
Me too.
So
Yeah, I like the first one. I didn't play the second one because whoever reviewed it here
It was Drew.
like, don't. Yeah, so I didn't even mess with it. But I am interested in this one. I like it's going back to Kyle.
all right,
From the first one.
it's time to start moving into the Souls section. We got Code Vein 2. Who wanted this? Like who?
The thing about Code Vein is that I don't think it's a good game, but for some reason I enjoyed playing through all of it. So it was like a very love and hate relationship. But that was also during a time where Souls likes weren't that common compared to it is now, which is kind of everywhere. So I feel like this is coming at a weird time. But they did seem to have changed a lot of the stuff in terms of the gameplay. So maybe it'll be better, more polished. Who knows? Yeah, we'll see.
More Souls, Mortal Shell 2.
Yeah, the first one was mid. Hopefully this one will be better.
Wombat's favorite game is getting a sequel, Atomic Heart 2.
Bruh.
Is it a joke because he hates the first game?
Oh, he fucking despises that game.
Oh God, he hates
okay.
it. And that's why I was like, why am I gonna be mad again when we talk about the other game that's getting a
Yeah,
sequel?
it's getting a sequel, which is two of my I love both of those games. I'm super excited for the sequels, and
So
Wombat's
funny.
is like fucking trash. I'm like, okay, what is?
Yep. Oh, he hates both of them.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Atomic Heart 2 looked fucking wild. I can't wait to play it.
It did, man. It looked wild.
They also announced an MMORPG shooter called The Cube that takes place in the Atomic Heart universe, which, boy, that trailer was really
I missed
horny.
that.
And I just, really horny. I'm just like,
Did you say an MMO RPG shooter?
Yep, that's what it's called.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay.
Yeah, it's called The
Okay.
Cube. I like the concept of, like, the world is a giant cube floating in the sky, constantly flipping. Like a Rubik's Cube that changes the environment. Like, that's a cool concept, but I don't want to play an online shooter. Sorry.
We'll see. Yeah, I play online shit. So yeah, I'll have to look that up.
Ken
Uh,
only plays the one online shooter and one only.
yeah,
So
there
there's
can
no
be
room
only
for
one.
any other.
It's like
Yeah,
the fucking
right.
Highlander.
it's a Highlander. Yeah, Highlander of online shooting games. Yeah.
Yeah. I've only got 10 years in that game. That's fine.
Yeah.
Ill was the next game. This was a survival body horror type game. Is this the one with the babies? Was
I
that this
think
one?
it might have been. Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
Very Dead Space adjacent. I like sci-fi stuff, so hey, I'm interested. Hopefully, it plays well.
It looked too good. I'm sorry, that game is not
Mm,
going to look like that. No way. Sonic Racing Crossworlds, just inject it all into my veins.
brother, yeah, I'm all on that. That looked so. Oh yeah, you know.
I found my main Ichiban. He's gonna be the only guy that I drive as.
Did you
It's gonna
see
be
his
awesome.
car?
Yes,
His
I
car
did.
his car looks like a dragon.
Yeah,
Yes, perfect.
that's funny. And he's free DLC too.
Yeah.
Indeed he
All
is.
three of them
Him and
are.
Joker. Yeah, and I don't know who the other person is. I wasn't familiar what game she was from, but
And
yeah, they're
then
free DLC. Which is awesome.
Hatsune Miku is like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's an idol from it's like a fake singer. It's weird.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know who.
And
that
they're also
was,
doing a
but okay.
Minecraft crossover.
Yeah, that's the paid one. That's the paid DLC. So that's
skip.
cool.
Yeah.
Then what's the SpongeBob character? Sandy Cheeks showed up to announce the Nicktoons
Yep.
and the Dice of Destiny.
I did
was
not remember
curious.
this.
So it looked like a Disney Nickelodeon like Diablo kind of game.
So Skylanders.
But it's like kind of sort of, yeah, but until they said that it was a game mill, that's where I was like, oh, okay, well,
old game mill.
I'll wait.
Yeah. Old
For
game
those
mill.
expectations.
End of Abyss. I'm sure I watched this trailer, but I don't remember it.
Same.
I don't remember what this one.
It's a sci-fi action RPG. I'm sure if you showed me the trailer, I'd probably be like, okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember when they were doing like tons of sci-fi RPG? Like I don't even remember the ones from like last year and the year before Summer Game Fest. I don't think those games ever came out.
I don't think they did.
I think some of those games are the games that we saw this year too. Actually.
I mean, maybe it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, next up is Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and yeah, give me anything
Hell
the
yeah.
TMNT guys are making.
I'm here for it.
Unless it's
Looks
Scott
awesome.
Pilgrim, then you can kiss my ass because I ain't playing that shit.
Oh, for God's sake.
Hate.
Right, just hating. So the Marvel game, oh my God. So they announced the two new characters, which was Rocket and She-Hulk. And they said, like, I must not have heard this the first time. It's supposed to have 15 playable characters.
Mm-hmm. They showed
There's still 7 more for them to announce.
Yeah, they showed the character select screen at the first trailer, so we already knew that.
Oh, I must have totally missed that because I didn't even realize that.
I'm sure there'll be DLC characters too, for sure.
Oh, no.
Next up is Wu-Tang: Rise of the Deceiver, which I think is only on PC.
And Xbox.
No,
I
it
think.
didn't say Xbox. It said Steam.
Really? I thought, because I watched the interview with because I had sent it to Ryan in the thing. I thought they said it was Xbox. I might be wrong. Maybe it is on Steam.
I don't know.
But it don't matter.
The trailer
play
it was
it.
just Steam. So
Maybe it is just Steam. I'm gonna play it because, yeah.
Chrono Odyssey. It's an MMORPG. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Felt That Boxing. I'm sorry, that looked fucking great. That looked like Mike Tyson with like stop motion puppets. I'll play
Felt that
I'll play
boxing.
that.
I don't think I saw this one. Oh, I had to get. Yeah, they was. I heard them talking about something with puppets because he made up some word about a puppet simulator game or something. But I didn't get to see the game. But it was like a Punch Out game. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it looks like Punch Out. And it's got like a Rocky vibe when you're doing training, like Mick's yelling at you. He's like, "Put it there, Rock." It's fucking. I think it looks hilarious.
Okay.
Out of Words is a co-op platformer about the doubt and confusion that comes with communicating first-time love.
Oh, well. Alrighty.
This next game, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it, I was like, "That looks fucking great." But it also has the worst name I've ever heard of a video game. It's called Infinitesimals. Infinitesimals.
Infinitesimals.
Infinitesimals? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
There's an infinitesimal small chance that we're going to get this right. So it's kind of like one of those words, yeah.
But that game looks cool. Like you're like this space bug with like shooting
Hmm.
people in grounded style, like shrunk down areas, like full on space combat and shit. It looks cool. Le Chiffre from Casino Royale is the next target in Hitman. Wild Gate got its release date July 22nd.
oh, nice.
Arc Raiders got its release date of October 30th.
Woo!
They've wasted the Deadpool license on a VR game.
Oh my
Honestly,
god.
that game looked kind of fun, but I won't play it because I don't own the MetaQuest. That's just the way it
So
goes.
yeah, I'm gonna play it because well I do own the MetaQuest and I like Deadpool, but it's the Batman game, the Arkham game was really good. Like it was really, and I get it. It definitely was, you know, they limited their audience by putting it on VR, but it was really well done. But I found out the developer on this Deadpool game is Twisted Pixel.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people that I did Missplosion Man and all that shit back in the day.
Oh,
I
They
ain't heard
moved
of
to
them forever.
VR. They moved to VR.
Yeah.
wow.
After
They got
Microsoft
bought by,
Microsoft let them go. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this more because I like their game. So yeah,
Well, I like their games when I could play them.
I got you.
I'm not buying a
I
VR for like 2 games. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, I think
feel
VR
it.
is like killing themselves with these exclusives. Like they need to come together just to sell the VR technology as a whole and make all of their games available on all VR platforms that can support said game. Because
Yeah.
ultimately, if their genre doesn't take off, all of this exclusive shit is meaningless at the end of the day. They're all gonna die
Mhm.
together. They're on the same goddamn ship. So, it doesn't matter who's sinking last if you don't come together and start selling fucking units and putting these games up on every other platform that can sustain them, then people are never going to buy into this genre and then it's going to die, which is sad because I think VR has a lot of potential.
When there was a Chappelle Show reference, and then you said "come together," I couldn't, but in my brain go like butt cheeks.
Thank you, Ken, for that commentary. I really appreciate it. It really adds nuance to the points that I was trying to bring to the table.
But you're right though.
Eddie
You are
Griffin
right.
is the best. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're right. Because like that Arkham game it's not on Steam. It's literally only on the MetaQuest, so you can't
Yeah.
play it on PC VR at all. And I think it's the same for this Deadpool game. I think it's only on MetaQuest. So
Yeah,
Remember
there's a
when
lot of
PlayStation-
PSVR games that are exclusive
Yeah.
as well. So
Remember
yeah,
when PlayStation
nonsense.
put out a PSVR 2? Because Sony sure doesn't remember that they put out a PSVR
Right.
2.
Listen,
Yeah.
when they sell it to me for $10 with like a box of Pringles, I'll buy it at that time. That's when the price is right.
Yeah, and then I'll transfer it to the landfill so the mice can have an upgrade. It's fine.
There you go.
Look at you.
They've been dying for
Caring
an
about-
upgrade.
The next game was called Killer Inn. Looked like an Among Us type game,
Yeah, it did.
but like maybe Knives Out Among Us.
Yep, that was the vibe. Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's it. That's Summer Games Fest.
Oh God, I felt like this year specifically felt like the longest of all the other years that I've seen so far. I'm not sure if it's just the way that they're just sprinkling in these mindless mobile game ads just everywhere. I just want to know how long this show is without those ads. Is it like half the time? Is it like 3/4 the time? Because it feels like it takes up so much and it ruins the momentum of the stuff that you actually want to see and the things that get people excited. And it really bums me out because I understand that they have to pay the bills, but boy, as a person that's interested in video game announcements, watching this, it felt like a fucking torturous experience sometimes. Ugh,
I did
it's
not.
rough, man.
I did not enjoy the Summer Games Fest. Sorry, G.
Yeah.
No.
I saw people like praising him
Yeah.
online, like this is your best one yet. I was like, boy, your bar must be really fucking low.
Hey man, that dude, he started the show off talking to that dude that's like, yeah, I canceled my date, was hoping that this show was gonna be good. Man, listen, I feel bad for that dude.
For real though.
Oh shoot.
Oh, all right. We literally just finished watching the Xbox thing. So let's go through that. They were supposed to be our Lord and Savior. Save, not E3. Well, they didn't. But they did
Oh,
announce some cool stuff.
yeah.
I kind of feel like if you'd have put all 3 shows together, you'd have had like an amazing show. But by themselves,
It would have also been like 5 hours long, Ken.
well, just cut out the soul shit. It's fine. Then it's only like 25
Oh.
minutes.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, Xbox. You're doing an Outer Worlds 2 direct right after the game showcase. Why the fuck did you start your
Bro.
showcase off with an Outer Worlds 2 trailer?
Yeah, that was not so unnecessary. Like it's getting the whole thing after the show.
Understandable, but which of the 3 of us watched that Outer Worlds 2 show, guys?
Well, I didn't watch it, but I knew it was coming, so I didn't need it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Nobody cares to watch the full thing, so that's why they put the trailer in the front.
But I didn't
Makes
need
sense.
the trailer because I knew that I didn't want to watch the thing, so stop forcing me to watch it at the beginning. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I think he
No,
might be
you have to
cooking.
watch
That's probably why they did it. Yeah, they was like,
Yeah.
people go tune out. Put that shit at the beginning.
I mean, when that's your
got it.
like, nothing against the Outer Worlds 2. I'm gonna play it. I'm probably gonna enjoy it.
Yeah,
But like when that is your stinger, like I don't have anything but I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit here. Clockwork Revolution should be the fucking focus because goddamn that game looked banger.
man,
That game did look very
yes.
interesting. Yes.
It
Yeah,
makes me
I want
sad that it's not coming out till 2027 because there ain't no other reason they would have put in due time for the release date.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because everything was saying 2026. So yeah, it's definitely 2027.
yeah,
But yeah,
and that
that
makes
looks
me
so
sad.
good.
Makes me sad.
That game
inside.
gives me the same kind of feeling when I was watching like a BioShock Infinite trailer for the
Mhm.
first time, like the kind of
Yep.
vibe of this industrial revolution. And then they have a similar vibe also to like the what was the game that I mentioned?
Dishonored?
Shoot. Yeah, Dishonored. Like the way that they use a lot of their powers and stuff like that and how they can interact with the environment. Dishonored did a lot of that too. So
Bruh,
it feels like a mesh of different styles that seems to blend in together very well.
I want to know what is. Are we moving into the puppet genre? Because Death Stranding has a little puppet, and
Yeah.
now
Does it?
yeah, you
Yeah.
seen the trailer? There's a little puppet that walks around with you.
I think I've seen one of the trailers for Death Stranding 2. I didn't watch.
He even
that's what I
moves.
want. I'm just gonna play it.
He even
Wow.
moves in like stop motion while everybody else is moving in real motion. It's fucking crazy to look at.
That's kind of cool.
But there's a pissed off puppet in Clockwork Revolution who, God, I hope he's a regular character. Like,
Same. Yeah.
yeah, put that game all in my veins. But also in my veins, I need High on Life 2 because that was also announced. That's coming out this year.
Mhm.
Surprisingly
That looks
soon.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to play that game a lot.
I didn't see. Is it coming to Game Pass? I didn't see that. I don't know.
I didn't see. I don't remember if it did
Okay.
or not. The ROG ROG Xbox Ally was revealed. It's an Xbox handheld, I guess.
Yeah, I checked the specs on it that they released. It seems very powerful compared to even the ROG Ally X version that they have out now. So it should be very good for a lot of gaming on the go. The only issue I think a lot of people have with these portable devices is the OS aspect of it. Windows Home just doesn't work well on a handheld setting. So that's why people like the Steam Deck more because of the Steam OS just works really well with everything. So hopefully they have their interface within the Windows Store thing set in a way where it's more palatable. And then the hardware should carry the rest of that through. They didn't release an announced release date for this, did they?
Yes, it was.
They did.
September, October. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's October. Hang on one second.
October?
I'll pull it up.
To answer your
Please
question,
let me know.
To answer your question
Yeah.
on High on Life, it is day one in Game Pass. By the way.
Excellent.
Nice. Okay.
And the reason why I'm asking specifically for the release date of the ROG X Ally is because that's when Silksong is coming. And that's what I'm more interested in.
people,
So that's gonna be on Game Pass day one, right? On
fucking
the
people just keep saying like, "Oh, Silksong's going to show up at a direct. It's going to show up at PlayStation State of Play." Like, motherfuckers, Xbox has the marketing rights for Silksong.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you keep telling us that too.
Like,
It's
yeah,
I
holiday
never
everybody
believed-
does not
I never
believe
believed
me.
Kendo.
Like, the next time you're going to see Silksong is at an Xbox showcase. Okay, that's
Ken,
what it's
you
gonna.
just don't appear to me as someone that's knowledgeable about games. I just can't believe anything you say, man. I'm sorry. You just are not passionate about this gaming thing, So I can't really trust you.
Apparently, there's a show going on right now. I'm seeing announcements on Twitter. By the way,
Oh boy, what is it?
Dang, I didn't even know there was another one.
Neverwinter Nights 2 was just announced.
What? What?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't Neverwinter Nights 2 already a thing?
This is
No,
a
they
sequel
did
to
a first game.
the online game. Yeah.
Wow, that's new.
Yeah, that was just
Huh.
announced.
So Terrence, you said the thing that said holiday this year.
Yep.
Is what they said?
They didn't announce a
They didn't say
specific date, so it's
date.
just holiday 2025. Yeah.
Goddamn tease, but okay.
Yeah, there's some kind of indie show going on right now. I'm seeing a bunch of indie announcements. All right, back to Xbox. Ninja Gaiden 4.
Hell yeah, looks awesome.
I mean, again, like all those other games I mentioned earlier, just put it in my veins. I don't need to see it no more. Super Meat Boy 3D. Whoo, this looks fun. This looks really fun.
That's gonna make people raise the fuck out. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, I love Super Meat Boy. Like every game that tried to be Super Meat Boy was never Super Meat Boy.
There's something about the controls in Super Meat Boy, right? Like the way that you have every time that you die, you know it was your own fault because you have the utmost control with your characters and movement that you should have been able to get through it. So I hope they bring that to the 3D realm as well because it's going to be harder.
Well, it's been so
2D.
long. I gotta imagine they've just been fine tuning the shit out of that game.
Hope so. It's going to be interesting.
Indiana Jones DLC was announced. The Order of Giants. I think we already knew the name of it. But
yeah,
I'll go back.
First time you have to get to see it. Yeah, because I think no, I don't own that. Oh yes, I do.
Like I'm totally gonna play some more Indiana Jones because I love that game.
Yeah, that game's good.
I put 3 hours into that game. I got to go back into it at some point.
Grounded 2 was announced.
Mm-hmm.
This was surprising. Wasn't expecting.
Obsidian just pumps out games, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
This will be their third game released this year. Third game. And ain't not one of them similar.
Good project managers.
I swear, man, Obsidian is the best purchase Microsoft ever made. Like, it's crazy.
Avowed was a flop for me specifically. I know a lot of people enjoyed it, but I mean, they have a lot of good things in the pipes. And did they also put out the Oblivion remaster, or did they give that to someone else?
That's Bethesda. That's not Obsidian.
Bethesda, right? Okay, all right.
But they didn't even Bethesda didn't even make that. It was made by somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Beast of Reincarnation is from Game Freak, and the fuck is going on with their Pokemon games when I look at this game?
Yeah,
bruh,
yeah.
That's bruh. Like when I saw that, I was like, now hold on. People realize about to get mad at y'all because they was already upset at the last Pokemon game, and then y'all showing that y'all can actually cook. Now I realize the Switch is aging, but now I feel like there might be something to that. What was that Xenoblade game, Jay, that you played? Chronicles 3 or X? What was the one that came out and looked really good?
Chronicles X, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what y'all doing over at Game Freak? Because this game looks crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah. Very high fidelity and everything. It kind of reminds me of that other game, another different game that also looks like a Souls, like the Wuchang game that's coming out soon. Another lady with a katana fighting big monsters and such. So seems to be the renaissance of that specific genre, I guess. But it's just surprising that it's Game Freak of all people, right? Because how do they find the time? They're making like 14 Pokemon adjacent games a year. Like what are they doing? How many people do they have?
See, they really need to make a sequel to Timbo the Badass Elephant. That's what needs to happen.
Was that them?
Yeah,
holy crap!
That was
I played that. Okay,
yeah.
I didn't really.
That was Game Freak. Of all goddamn things, that was Game Freak.
Huh.
The next game was called Aphelion, which is the new game from Don't Nod. Looks like it takes place on like a stranded ice planet with some space people.
Yep. It seems like a departure from what they generally do with like Life is Strange, like your choices matter kind of games. This one seems very strictly a third person adventure game with some horror elements
I was
perhaps.
gonna say,
So
what was that fucking stinger at the end? It sounded like a T-Rex,
it seems like an
Yeah,
alien or something like
it
that,
was an
right?
alien. I think it was supposed to be.
but it
Like that
sounded
dude
like a
opened the
dinosaur.
door. It did. Yeah, it did sound like something from Jurassic Park.
And that's one of my pet peeves. Like, if I see a fucking alien in front of me, I'm not gonna just sit there
Bro, me too.
staring at it. I'm gonna be
You know
running the
why?
other direction.
You know,
the
you know why
fastest way
we do.
possible.
You know why we like that? Because
Why?
we both are people of color. We don't.
Bitch,
just
I
stand
ain't
and we see
standing
crazy
around
shit.
looking at it.
We
I
stick
ain't gonna
together.
stand
We
around
survive.
looking at
and
it.
run.
My ass would
We
have
survive.
my ass would have just
Right.
shut the door and then turned around and ran. That's what would have happened with
Yeah,
me.
no, I'm not going to do because that man stood there the whole time just in awe. No,
Yeah.
nigga, run. What are you doing?
Well, this alien seems to have 10 mouths. Let's see how many
Right.
teeth he count. You know, what the fuck are you doing? Run for your life, please.
Oh, man.
Speaking of run for your life, the developers of this next game may be running for their legal life. Animo. It looks like another Nintendo game that you may know.
It's Pokemon RTX.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so like listen, I'm probably the only one of us that'll end up playing that game at some point because
Yes.
I'm intrigued and I like Pokemon enough,
Oh,
but
come
I'm
on.
not sure what the fuck is happening in that game because it's definitely not straight up Pokemon because I think you turn into the monster and then you turn back into a human. That's like I don't know. It was a lot of crazy
Sure,
stuff happening
why
in
not?
that trailer.
Why
Right?
not?
Fuck it. Yeah, none of this matters.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
None of it matters. Yeah. Exactly.
The next up, we got a really, 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 really old Tony Hawk.
Oh
Hey,
man. Yeah, I was like, damn, OG.
We're not that far from Tony Hawk's age. We're gonna get there, you know.
Oh, I already
All right.
feel it.
20
Like
years
my
ago.
hairline is already retreating to the back of my head. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think he looks great for what like 75 years old. I think he looks great. Tony, hang in there. I want you to live forever.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 launch trailer. The game ain't out for another month and a half, but we'll get the launch trailer anyway. And then there's a demo that's available today. I'm gonna go play that. And they had
It's awesome.
they had to showcase Bam in there with a little what's that band's name that his brother's in? Fuck, I can't remember.
Oh, I didn't realize you knew the music. I was like, oh wow,
That
this takes me back.
song is like synonymous with Tony Hawk and Jackass. That yeah, I can't remember the name of that band.
Gotcha.
Which, speaking of music, man, Microsoft paid the big bucks when we had Offspring for fucking Grounded 2.
The Grounded 2? Yeah.
Like, all right.
Made some money.
And I can't remember the To Everything Turn 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 song. I don't remember who does that song, but that was for the Elder Scrolls.
Yep. That was
Fucking Microsoft
ESO
and E3 presentations of we're going to have an ESO block, a Fallout 76 block, and a Sea of Thieves block every fucking time.
We might not be playing them, but there seems to be a lot of people that are, so I'm sure it's good for those guys.
And I'm pretty sure
You know
those
what's
guys
funny?
aren't watching this show. Just saying.
You don't think
Wow.
so?
Nah.
That seems like a assumption to be making without any
They're
evidence.
too busy living their lives in Tamriel
Oh, right.
and
right.
fishing.
The whole of Tamriel has got to be in that game at this point. Like,
Dude, I have no
Jesus.
clue. I played that game for like 10 or 15 hours, and I was just like, this just, nah.
It's not bad if you have a group. Because there's some dungeons, because I think it might be more, well, I know it is because I had to review that one expansion. It's more tailored to the single player experience now, but back like when I played it, if you had a group, it was actually a lot of fun. Especially if you played WoW, because it was more, Elder Scrolls kind of combat. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're fine. The next game is Persona 4 Revival 5 seconds.
Hell yeah. See,
Yeah,
it was
for 5 seconds.
it was incredibly brief, not even a year that they're willing to show us. Yeah, so we're probably getting this in 2027 or something like that, maybe
Yeah.
even behind. But at the same time, this has been in the rumor mill for so goddamn long. It's just really nice to have a confirmation that it's A, real, and B, it's going to be coming out, probably on Game Pass. No, they did confirm it's going to be on Game Pass day one. So, hey, boom, there you go. It's coming out. I'm glad. I think Persona 4 is a lot of people's favorite Persona. I know it's Drew's favorite Persona
It's the
game.
Final Fantasy VII of Persona games.
That's crazy. I've never
It
played that
is.
one. I played
Like,
3
most
yes,
people,
I can see that.
and I played 5.
Yeah.
I never played 4. I played the fighting game of 4, but I never
4's
played
awesome.
4 properly.
They made 2 of
You
those.
can,
by the way.
even
I didn't know
if you
that.
play the 4 golden version that's available on Steam right now, Terrence, you can play that on Steam Deck. It runs really nice. And that game still holds up. Really fun, actually. I highly recommend it if you have the opportunity. Because this
Nice.
shit is
I'll
not
see what's
coming
on
out for
sale.
2 years.
It's also crazy that fucking Persona is now marketed by Xbox. It's crazy to me.
That is
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a really good relationship with Sega. It looks like, right? So Atlus is part of the Sega family. So
That's interesting because they put out a tweet, Twix, whatever we call it, where they talked about that they got more to show about the future of the Persona franchise or whatever. So
Yeah,
I guess,
everybody's waiting on 6.
They're working on 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it's been time for 6 to be revealed in some way or another. So I hope we're gonna. I don't know which game will come out first, 6 or 4. 4 will probably first and then 6 after. But it's nice because Persona takes their sweet ass time making new games. I swear.
Next up was Gears of War E-Day with a release date.
And this is just a remake of the first game, right?
It's the second remake of the first game.
yeah, wait. This
It's
wasn't
the second
E-Day.
remake.
This was the remake of the
Oh, sorry. You're
E-Day
right.
is the new game.
E-Day
Yeah,
is the new game. This is
You
Gears
gonna
of
get
War
emails.
1 remastered.
Yeah.
I'm still confused. So E-Day is a new game, but
It's
it's
a new
still
game.
a remake of the first game.
No, E-Day is a separate game.
It's
Yeah, he
it's a brand new
misspoke.
story.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
Okay,
the one that
understood.
the one that they showed us is literally just the remaster of one of the very first Gears of War game. So E-Day, they didn't show us at all. That they showed us that. Did we see it last year? Like a little clip or something?
Yeah, we saw
Like,
a
I think
clip,
they
and
might have showed it
it's a
last year.
2026 game. So they've confirmed
So
that.
we'll probably see it later.
Wait,
but yeah, this is.
If
It'll
they
be at
didn't
the
show us
developer
anything
direct.
about it, why is it listed in this fucking thread?
Because they confirmed it was coming in 2026. That's why.
Fine.
Then
That's
they.
weird. They didn't show anything though, right? Like,
I don't know what there
Is it
is
not
to
weird?
see. Like,
oh well, okay. I guess yeah. All right.
I mean, we've only played it twice already. What's a third time?
Okay, fair enough.
Then Double Fine's new game was announced, The Keeper.
Yeah, that look neat.
It's Double
Yeah.
Fine, so it's probably weird and fun. Final Fantasy VII Remaster is finally coming to Xbox this winter.
Finally.
Almost
You're talking about
6 years.
the integrate, right?
Yeah, the first
remake
one.
Integrate.
The first one.
Yeah,
Bro.
there you go. Stop asking for it. It's here.
No.
Somewhere hip hop gamer is putting up a thing right now. Like, I called it, y'all. I told y'all it was coming, and now it's here. Like, oh my god.
Final Fantasy
Everybody gonna take their
16
victory lap.
is also coming, and it's out today.
Yay, shadow
Yeah,
drop.
and they lied because I don't see it on the store. So I was trying to cop, and so.
Have you not played it on the PlayStation, Terrence?
I have, yes, but Xbox is my preferred system. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll
finish
probably
it on there.
play it finally
Yeah.
on there because I never finished
Yeah, I'm like
it.
halfway through it on because I'm after a pivotal scene, like a big moment in Clive's life in that game. But yeah, I'm gonna finish it on Xbox.
Yeah, I think it's most certainly worth finishing at least once. It ends
I
pretty
liked
well.
what I played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked what I played.
Then we had the closer, which is like, what is this game?
Man,
What is this game? What is this game? Oh,
man.
Oh yeah,
we're officially done with other Call of Duties, by the way.
bruh.
It's just Black
Apparently,
Ops.
Yeah.
It's just Black Ops now.
This is
Yeah.
the first time that it's the next one has been a direct sequel to the one before it. So yeah, that was interesting, but we didn't need a special ass what I say? We didn't need all that pomp and circumstance for a new Call of Duty. Or no, Call of Duty 36. That's what I said. That was too much. Because I thought it was something new.
When I saw that scene where he's kind of like having this fucking dreamlike event happening, and then he saw that table on the back, and then there's all these like spooky lights everywhere, I thought it was like Evil Within 3, perhaps. And I would have been way more excited for that than fucking Call of Duty again.
Ken said prototype, which I thought he was right when dude like broke that thing and that red mist came out. I was like, oh shit!
I felt like it was going to be prototype.
That's a deep ass cut. Ain't nobody care about prototype anymore. Ken,
I still
what are
care
you
about
talking
prototype.
about?
I liked prototype.
Whatever,
I liked those. But
when's the last?
It was prototype too. I know. I played it.
When was that released, Ken?
That's when he slaps on the computer. He's like, I fucking hate computers.
Yeah, that game series is forgotten.
Man,
I would be surprised if it ever makes.
What happened to this page? Because I just realized there's a game I missed and it disappeared because I saw it earlier, and that's that Invincible fighting game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That looked cool.
This is a very unfortunate timing for that game to be released after Token was announced. There's only so many fighting game players to go around. So having another versus game around the same time as that huge announcement of Marvel is unfortunate timing for them. But
well, it's good for Xbox Invincible players because they can't play Marvel.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I want to know who's making that game, because fighting games should only be in certain people's hands.
They say Skybound Games, right?
Hold on, it looked like
Skybound are the guys that made that wrestling online game, right? Is that them?
I think Skybound in this place is the publisher. The developer was like Quarter or like Change or something. I remember seeing the logo. Hang on one second.
Right.
Yeah, Quarter or something.
I've never seen that logo
Skybound
before.
is a publisher. You're right.
Yeah.
Because they publish those Walking Dead games, which now makes more sense.
Yep. Yeah, because that's Yep. It is developed.
It's like nobody's mentioning the developer.
No, they're not.
Probably because this is most likely the first game or something like that, or first major game.
I think it might be because I'd never heard of it.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty tough.
Find it now.
But I'll say I really love Invincible, the animation show, season 1, season 2. Yeah. So I hope it'll be fun, but I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Quarter Up. If you search Quarter Up, you get Quarter Up Bar Arcade. That's hilarious.
That's exactly what I got too. Wow.
What the hell, man? Is this literally their first game? That also makes
their first game.
Very uncomfortable.
This is their first game.
Fighting games are some of the most notoriously difficult genre of games to get right in terms of balance, feel, and how to how to basically make the game in a way where it supports enough players to sustain itself. It comes down a lot to do with the reputation of the developer too, right? So when you're having a brand new developer kind of first time swinging with a game for fighting game fans, it's going to be a very difficult sell. So it has an uphill battle. I'm rooting for them. I really like Invincible as a property, but I foresee this game to flop as far as the stars are aligned. But we'll see.
Yeah.
The Nintendo guys are already out there defending Pokemon not looking like Beast of Reincarnation.
Boy, man. They work harder than people in Nintendo's payroll, man. I swear to God. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, it's intense.
The Gears of War Reloaded, that's what it's called, is getting a beta this weekend for Xbox Game Pass.
Game series that changed gaming forever.
And then, according to the Team Cherry, Silksong is not tied to that ROG Ally. So it'll be out when it's out before holiday 2025.
Imagine if it was exclusive to the ROG Ally. That would have blown up the goddamn internet. It would have been funny.
Which is funny because people make a big deal about it, but that game's going to sell, 2-3 million copies? So
it's going to sell a lot more than that.
You're very loud, but you're also a minority. I don't know. What'd the first one sell?
The first one sold, I don't know the exact number, but a Solar Storm game sold very well. But the reason why I said the second game is going to sell millions upon millions of copies is because of the hype around it. It's going to make every fucking live streamer in the universe stream it.
It's
And it's
the
going to
first
be the
one sold.
biggest ad of all time.
The first one sold 3 million copies. So I was pretty much right on the numbers. I bet the second one does the same. I mean, I understand what you're saying about all the hype, but it's not going to make people buy it. They'll just watch it.
I bet it will double that number easy.
Nah, that you're getting into Nintendo numbers then. Nah.
You'll
and
see.
There's another reason why I won't
You
sell
don't
that. No, there's another reason why I won't sell that many. You want to know what it is?
Is it not on Switch too?
So it's on Game Pass.
Yeah. Whatever. And how many copies did Claire Obscura sell?
33 million.
No, 3.3 million. No,
I thought it was 33 million.
Is it 33 million?
I don't fucking know.
33 million sounds insane. I think it's 3.3.
But still, if it's 3.3 million, that's what I said. 3 million.
Yeah, in 3 weeks. We're talking about years after the game has come out. We're talking about compared to
I still think the internet makes Hollow Knight a bigger deal than it actually is. That's just my opinion.
I get it. It's become kind of a meme, you know? So there's always going to be that factor. But at the same time, I think it comes down to whether or not the game will live up to the hype when it releases. Because the game, even Hollow Knight itself, a lot of people forget. When the game launched, it was not in like the best shape in terms of like all the content. Not until after a couple of months, maybe like 6 months into the game's life cycle, the game really flushed out and became a whole package. So I'm thinking maybe the reason why Silksong is taking so long to come out is because they want it to be like a full complete package from day one instead of the same kind of issue that they had with Hollow Knight. But I'm just glad we're putting this goddamn meme to rest, and then a new more most likely obnoxious meme can take its place. And then the world will continue to rotate.
Oh, people online make big deals about nothing. It's hilarious.
It's what the internet does.
But those were the 3 big shows. I was just scouring Twitter to see if there was anything that's been cropping up, because I guess there's still stuff going on. But gotta say, meh for this year.
Yeah,
I felt it was solid. Things. Yeah, but I think Ken, like one of your dreams came true.
Yes.
You know, like that's got to count for something. It can't just be meh. You know?
Well, see, 1 minute and 28 seconds of 7 hours of viewing does not make more than a meh.
Hey, dreams are different. It's not counted by the minutes where they exist. You know, it's about how long you've wanted something and the fact that you're getting it now. I've wanted the Silksong goddamn release to happen. I wanted Resident Evil 9. I didn't know Token was a thing that I needed, but I do now. And then, we have the Persona 4 remake and all the other games, like with the updated release dates and stuff like that. It's really nice to have, like Silent Hill F. I'm very much looking forward to. And a bunch of other things. I feel like it was solid as an entire package. I just feel like SGF especially was obnoxious to watch this year. But other than that, I quite enjoyed State of Play. I enjoyed the Xbox thing. I wish Xbox would stop doing that stupid fucking world premiere thing.
World premiere.
Oh my god.
Oh, it just boggles the mind. It makes my eyes roll into the back of my head. It just keeps going over and over again. Just have like a little nice logo. You don't have to do a goddamn stupid transition 14 times.
Exactly.
World premiere.
Yeah. It's so obnoxious.
At least they don't do the talking head segments like crazy anymore. At least they don't do that.
No. I think they learned a lot. Yeah, me too. It's just a lot of it is a waste of time for people. So just kind of getting things trucking along. If you don't like the previous trailer, maybe the next one will be one that you might be interested in. Just kind of keeps going. The same thing with State of Play. I think they have a pretty good pace with both of them. But I think 2025 and 2026, in terms of the games that they've announced as show this year, looks very exciting. I'm happy about Game Pass this year in terms of the quality and quantity of games I've actually cared about and played to their conclusion. So that's much improved from 2024 and before. And I think my biggest complaint, I would say, is that I find my existence of a PlayStation 5 to become less and less important to me. It's like there's Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yotai for an
Yes.
entire year, and those are the only two games I particularly care about. In this one full year of gaming I bought the Sony PlayStation 5 not to play player games. I bought it for their exclusive, right? So if they don't have that, and if they only have like one or two in an entire year, kind of a bummer, right? So
It's
it's
I
like,
mean, the meme is it's a little hyperbolic, but it's kind of
yeah.
true that PlayStation's best games this year are Xbox games.
Yeah, they certainly have sold very well, And given that PC is my platform of choice, especially now with my better PC specs and stuff like that after the upgrade, it feels like I kind of look at my PlayStation 5 like sitting beneath my TV, and I'm just like, you're a goddamn Crunchyroll machine. I stream Crunchyroll off of PlayStation 5 instead of my TV because my TV doesn't have a native app for it. So I don't know, man. This might literally be the last PlayStation I buy if
I will tell you
this kind
that
of
my
continues.
PlayStation 5 Pro had been like dormant
Yeah,
until just like a week ago when I got Death Stranding.
yeah, yeah. So I think exclusive games outside of I guess Nintendo is kind of
Well,
not
yeah,
becoming
we didn't even
more of
talk
a
about
thing,
that, but during the Xbox showcase, they literally just put the PlayStation and Switch logos in the trailers.
which I appreciate
Yeah.
for clarity's sake. I
Yeah.
think that's a good thing for consumers,
No, it's
especially.
absolutely a good thing, but it just shows you the like stark contrast between the two companies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I said that I think Sony is still in the runnings to continue to make these plastic boxes that people want, they want people to buy. While Xbox, I think they're clearly more focused just on the software element, trying to sell as many copies of their game and Game Pass subscriptions as possible, which are both valid ways to make money. It just happens to be that Microsoft's method of having more things on more platform is much more consumer friendly versus
Yeah.
the Sony paying for contracts and having some exclusive games. But at the same time, even Sony is putting out their exclusives out on PC after like 6 months or a year these days. So
Well, the Marvel game is day and date, so
yeah, that's what I like to see. That I hope they do that for the
they're
future.
they're going to pivot to that 100%.
Mm,
Ghost of
yeah.
Yote may be the last game that doesn't launch day and date on PC.
Did I share with you guys the table in terms of the amount of games sold between consoles and PC? PC year after year has been growing and is actually overtaking console sales in terms of just pure numbers. Like if you look at how many numbers of the same exact games are being sold on PlayStation, I mean on PC, if they are multi-platform, of course, right?
Sure.
And then you're going to see them more people buy them on PC than they are in console, which was completely the other way around, like 5-6 years ago. So the market has really shifted, and I think these companies are starting to realize that. Microsoft realized it earlier than Sony, and I think Nintendo, as usual, is going to be the last one to cross that barrier, even if they feel like it. So we'll see how the market trends change. But I expect PC to grab more of the markets from consoles as the years go on.
It's crazy to me that almost everything Microsoft has done has been the right move, just too early.
Yep.
It's not just about the right move; it's about the messaging too, and that's where a lot of the stuff that they fucked up.
Oh,
The way that they
Microsoft steps
present
on
the
rakes
ideas.
every time they get a chance, for sure.
Yeah,
But like their practices are exactly like video games being $80 Game Pass solves that. Putting your games on PC day and date with the console version. Shit, they've been doing that since Quantum Break. Like they've been doing that a long time.
Yeah, and
Downloading games.
that's why.
Like the Switch doesn't even have like native cartridges. Like what are we doing?
Yeah, the download keys or whatever that they have on it. I would say that Xbox being ahead of the curve in that particular aspect, while they will falter in the sale of their plastic boxes, they will ultimately have the best subscription service going forward. I mean, in terms of where they're at, I think Sony's eventually going to have a subscription service that's going to be nearly identical to Game Pass in terms of their releases. Eventually, because that's going to be something that they need to do as they kind of steer away from having to try to sell their plastic boxes because they see that selling games is going to make them more profits in the long run. But because Xbox and Game Pass has started on this track already. With their many, many millions of subscribers, they're going to have a much better time. And Sony is going to have to play catch up, kind of the opposite direction of things, how they've been. So it'll be interesting to see when we revisit this topic, like a couple of years from now, and the next generation of consoles. It's going to be a completely different landscape.
Yep. Well, that's it for this year's E3. I'm going to go play some Tony Hawk 3 and 4 and probably some more Breath of the Wild because fuck it, I'll play a game from 2017.
Oh, I gotta say, Ken, I did boot up Breath of the Wild with the expansion pass, and it felt surreal, dude.
It's like that's like a whole new game. It's a whole new game.
It felt wrong. It felt illegal.
Yeah.
How well this was running and how nice it looked. I was like, God.
I have purposely not booted up Tears of the Kingdom yet. I want to replay Breath of the Wild, and then I will submit my life to Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I booted up my old save. I noticed that I haven't done the DLC stuff for Breath of the Wild. So I was thinking to myself, do I just play Breath of the Wild from scratch and then go to the end game with the DLC and stuff, or do I just go straight for the DLC? I haven't decided yet.
Dude, all it took was one shrine. One shrine, and I was like, all right,
yeah.
All right. Standing on a tower with my telescope and pinging all the stuff on the map. Oh, by the way, also the Zelda notes. Oh,
yeah,
so
I haven't used it yet. Is it good?
Oh yeah, you can filter the map by types of stuff. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Oh, it's like an app you gotta download in real time. Phone, right?
It tracks in real time.
Shit, it's like having the Wii U pad again.
Yeah, like I just looking on my phone. I'm like, oh, there's a shrine right there. Well, let me set a destination. Boom, right there. I'm here. We're good.
Shit, I think you might have just sold me.
Yeah. Fuck.
I might just be downloading that right after this call.
Yep. That's where I'm at. I'm back in Breath of the Wild. Fuck it. Zelda's the one thing that takes me away from Overwatch, so it's a win-win.
Fair enough.
Anyway, anything else before we get out of here?
No, I'm good.
Nope.
Talked out.
All right, y'all. We'll be back next week. Well, we'll be back to emails and tweets, so if you want to send those, it's at ZTGD Radio on Twitter and Blue Sky. You can send us emails to podcast@ztgd.com. And we'll have a lot of games to talk about next week, because I know Terrence's got a big old load of stuff.
Oh, God, yes.
And we'll talk a little bit more about the Switch next week, because I think Ryan will be here, so we'll talk some more about the Switch 2. But that's it for E3. Hope y'all got your dreams that I got. I'm going to go cry and watch that trailer 3 more times. That's it for us. We're going to get out of here. Peace, bitches.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.